For Sentinel.com, this is Ira Winderman with an update on the Miami Heat roster. Well, Erik Spoelstra basically knows what he will have to work with when the Miami Heat open training camp the final week of September. The question then becomes whether it's enough to remain an NBA contender. At point guard, it's definitive. The position belongs to Goran Dragic. It will play at Goran's pace. It will play at Goran's speed. The Heat have to play that way now. And there could be veteran depth if the Heat do indeed bring back Beno Udrih. There also, of course, is the promise of Briante Weber and some other younger Heat options. At shooting guard, it's a bit of a question, and that question is, was Dion Waiters told if he signed for the $2.9 million exception that he accepted, that he would be the Heat's opening night starting shooting guard? There are other options there. Certainly Josh Richardson has shown he has the pedigree to eventually play as an NBA starter, and certainly Tyler Johnson is being paid that way. Wayne Ellington was brought in for his three-point shooting. There will be competition there. It'll be curious how much, or if someone like Waiters already has been told it's his position to lose. At small forward, Pat Riley, he came out at his press conference and said, "We view Justice Winslow as our starting small forward of the future, and that future certainly is now." The Heat played Justice Winslow that way during Summer League, tried to make him more of a scorer, and that position should be settled. The Heat do have other options, Derek Williams, James Johnson, but it would seem that that's where they want to fit in Justice unless Chris Bosh can't come back, unless he won't be on the court at the start of the season because of his blood clots, unless he's simply not a factor. In that case, you could see Justice Winslow as the Heat's starting power forward. There are other options. We certainly haven't heard much about Josh McRoberts, and you have to wonder if he's in the Heat's plans going forward. The Heat also made other moves for other players at power forward. Really, it's sort of Bosh or bust, though, when it comes to quality at the position. And another definitive position already set, of course, is Hassan Whiteside as the starting center. And what will be interesting beyond that is to see whether the Heat even use a backup center, whether Willie Reed gets minutes, whether Udonis Haslem gets minutes, or whether we'll see something like we saw in the playoffs against Toronto, when they played Justice Winslow as their starting center and also gave minutes to since-departed Luol Deng playing small ball. Pat Riley has put his names together. Pat Riley has a roster, 18 players for Erik Spoelstra to work with, maybe 19 if Beno Udrih jumps aboard. Now the question is, will this be a Heat team worth talking about this season? Will this Heat team be a team about the future? And will much be set before the Heat go into camp? We'll be along for the ride. For SunSentinel.com, I'm Ira Winderman.